Hello, artists! Today you will be drawing your front door for your architecture project. So there's a lot of designs that go into a house or a home. So for my house, my front door, I am going to draw as much detail as I see. In 4th grade, we learn about still life drawings and looking at something and drawing it the way we see it. I was not actually at my house when I was doing this, but I had a picture of my front door, so I am using a picture. You can do that, or you can go sit outside on a nice day and draw what you see. To start, I'm drawing the basic shape. So the big shape that I see in my picture is a rectangle. That big white area that's including my door and the windows and my address. I just drew that big rectangle to start. And then I started to draw the shapes that I saw on my lights next to it. A lot of times you'll see me doing these sketching marks. So I'm not making a solid line until I'm really confident in the way it looks. Also, you'll see me trying to drag my pencil from one side to the other because my door is very symmetrical, which is another thing we talked about in 4th grade this year. So symmetrical was when it is the same on both sides. So the things that are asymmetrical in my piece that are not the same on both sides would be my numbers and my wreath. So everything else though is pretty much the same. So I'm trying to make things really, really symmetrical. grade, we also created a brick wall drawing, so I'm recreating that. So pause that if you need to see that again. We learned about the artist Banksy this year, so if you have a brick wall like I do on my house, then you can draw that too. You can see I skipped ahead and didn't record myself finishing the brick or tracing with the Sharpie, because we've done that a lot this year and you know how to do that. So the Sharpie I do a lot because it helps my picture really pop out and stand out. Next, I'm using colored pencils, but again, use whatever you have on hand at your house. I love using colored pencils because you can blend them together. You can see I'm using lots of different colors of red to create my different brick colors. So I'm blending them together, overlapping, trying to create a variety of colors instead of just making it all the same red color. I could also be looking at my picture or sitting outside of my house to draw what I see to try and match the bricks, but I'm just kind of doing it. I'm just creating my own colors based on the red bricks and just having fun experimenting, mixing colors. So again, I skipped ahead and finished my coloring on my own. I tried to match the colors by looking at my photograph sometimes, but also I made up some new things to change that I would love to have my front door look like. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my door. Now this part can be kind of tricky. If you have an X-Acto knife and you have a parent that's willing to help you cut the door out, try that. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my paper just like that, so that at the top of my door is where I'm folding it. So that top part of my door, I'm folding it very, very carefully. Then with my scissors, I'm going to make the tiniest little cut on the right side of my door, just so that I can poke my scissors through that hole that I created and cut my door out so that it can swing open. Now you don't want to cut your door completely out. You're just going to cut the long side down and the top and bottom edges, and then fold your door over. After I fold my door open, then I'm going to take another piece of paper that's the same size, and I'm going to set the papers on top of each other and trace around that new opening that I have in my paper. And I'm going to draw something that's really important to me behind my door, which to me, that's my family. So I drew my family, my 2 dogs and my cat, and I am coloring using the same blending technique. When I am finished coloring, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the back side of my front door and glue it on top of my second sheet of paper, so that when I swing the door open, I see my family inside of my home. That's this project. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have fun. Let me know if you need anything.